This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, go ahead and start with your introduction and we'll go one by one, okay?
Okay, sure, Asif. I am Akhilesh. I've been working as a full stack Java developer since 10 plus years. And my recent project is with Flagship Bank. I joined as a mid Java developer, and I worked for like 5 years and I became a lead there. And in my experience, I used on lot of old frameworks like JSPs, JSTLs, Spring, MVC, and struts, etc. And then we migrated all the old frame to the new things, which is like Spring Boot and microservices. And I worked on the lot of Spring frameworks like Spring Core, Spring MVC, Spring Security, Spring OJDBC, and with the JDBC connections, I used to connect to the Oracle Postgres, and also I used NoSQL database too, which is MongoDB. And as per the application servers, I used JBoss and Tomcat and WebSphere. And for the security layers, I used MuleSoft. MuleSoft is the integration layer, like we are going to have in between the Angular application and the backend Spring Boot application. So this is where like we do authentications. Earlier, like I was working with the JSP's JavaScript. So like past 7 years, I kicked into working on the Angular frameworks, and as per the technology wise with the AWS cloud experiences, so I worked on like deploying the Spring Boot applications into EC2 instances, and I used S3 buckets, and also um, uh, like lot of things. I'm not able to recall all the stuff, but and as per the GitHub things like the CI/CD pipelines, I used to have I used to create the Docker images and push to the ECR into the AWS, and from the ECR we push to the Kubernetes to deploy all the pods. And as per the agile
Akhilesh, I think
methodology.
you pretty much explained very well about the project. What I will try to know is, um, let me first explain the position that the project they're working on. Basically, this team is migrating data center which is built on WebLogic server, and Java 8 was used, and now they are migrating it to OpenShift containers. Okay. Now, your work in this project would be heavy on DevOps side, meaning you would be heavily involved into setting up pipelines, creating, a Jenkins, YAML files, migrating cluster for initial few months till the time the migration goes on, right? You know how it works, correct? And then the enhancement will start. Now, that being said, initial few months would be heavy on DevOps side, and on Java side, if you have experience with Java 17, they are migrating it to Java 21. But as long as you have understanding on Java 17 and basically Java 8 features, if you have, that would be ideal. Okay. On security side, they would want Spring Security definitely for authentication and authorization. And databases, their expectation is more of how you write queries, how you optimize queries, more of optimization. The reason behind this is they are actually migrating from this is the migration project, right? So in migration, things are already written, you just need to optimize. So this is one project, right? Other project that I have is a full stack developer. On UI side, their expectation is not much. At least you should know HTML, JavaScript, and the CSS part. On top of it, security and everything remains same, and this is going to be 5 days on site. Now this manager has a requirement, they use ping federate, okay, ping federate for authentication, which is not mandatory to have right now. You can learn during the project or while working on the project, but as long as you have experience with Spring security, maybe not if Spring security, at least LDAP, for that is authentication authorization. They are using a specific ping product, right, for authentication. So that is a second project. I do have another full stack project which needs heavy. Okay, so Andrew Pinkerton, that you already know, right? So that project, but yeah, I think we that these projects would be enough for you right now. Help me out with what are the versions of Java you have been working so far?
So I worked heavily on the Java 8, and recently, like I migrated some of the Spring Boot applications to Java 17, and I use like some of the things with the records is the one like main thing I used, and sealed classes is the one like I used in the Java 17, and like little bit of the cases thing there. And there's like no much differences between like Java 7 and like if you think like Java 8, right? Like there are like a lot of streams and all the optional, all the date and time APIs, right? So it's like very big changes over there.
So
But
I hope you meant to
comparing to
say
like
Java 8 and 17, but not Java 7 and 8.
yeah, 7,
Java
not just
7 and
because
8 has biggest difference, I would say, the traditional
yes, yes,
Java.
yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I want to say because like if it is like Java 8, right? So there are like a lot of differences. So I have worked on like the streams and a lot of things there. But as per the 17, like there is like no much things like kind of streams like to use it. But some of the things like I used in the Java 17. Yes. Yeah. But as per the 21, I'm just learning on this that stuff. But I can do that like when I get a good project there. Yeah.
I think that is enough that you mentioned. If you have experience with, if you have at least understanding or knowledge. So tell me, did you consume Java 17 services or features, or you just migrated it to Java 17?
I migrated to Java 17, and for some enhancements, I used Java 17 features. Like records is the one like I used normally, and sealed classes is the one like I used, and there is like a default methods. That is one thing I used. Yeah, basically like
Excellent,
when I
excellent.
upgrade to the
Uh, how would you differentiate in between hash map and concurrent hash map?
So hash map is like it's like not synchronized way, but if you come to the concurrent hash map, it's a synchronized way. So it's like very thread safe compared to the hash map. Like concurrent hash map, like what it does is like kind of it particularly maps particular bucket and update the records, and it will be kind of a synchronized way. It's for better for concurrency performance. So compared to the hash map, like concurrent hash map is like better. Yeah, because like and also like null key is like not allowed in the hash map.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, in the hash map, like no null key is like allowed. So yeah, as per
Okay. Okay.
hash map, like so, and it's like very thread safe, like to be honest, like in the
So tell
multi-threading
me one
environment,
thing.
right?
Why is thread safety required in any banking application? Can you give me any example?
Thread
Any
safety, you
real
mean to
time?
say?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So thread safety mean like if you try to update so if you have like kind of 10 objects, and if you try to update one object in multi-threading environment, so what it does is like
Okay.
it
I'm
might
sorry to. I'm
it
sorry to.
might
I'm sorry to stop you
violate
here.
the
Can you take an example of transaction level things, and then you can explain why is multi-threading required?
so transactional way, like
Transactional.
you mean to say like okay, transactional way. So so in the transactional way, like what I can remember is if by using the concurrent hash map unit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, like what we can do is race conditions is the one. Race conditions is the one means like when I have a lot of data coming in an Excel sheet, right? So when I try to do all pick all the rows and try to insert into the particular the DB. So if you do the concurrent hash map way, so if you want to update each and every row is like based on the logics, like we are going to change a particular record. So if you want to change in a sequential manner or like kind of a business logic manner, so if you acquire particular bucket of that hash map, so it will be like thread safe over there. Like it will do a synchronized method, right? So in that case, it's going to be like picking that particular bucket. So it is not going to affect the other stuff. Other stuff mean other objects. So that is where like it can be the congruent hash map can be used. And if some error happens, like if you have like a transaction over there, like in the top of that method, so we can roll back all the process at that moment,
Okay,
at that point
got it.
of time.
Got it. Uh, is array list thread safe or not?
Sorry, what is
Array list. Array list.
analyst? Array list. Oh, array
Array
list.
list.
Okay, array list is
Array
like
list.
not a thread safe. Like if you want to do a thread safe thing in as part of the list thing, there is like copy on array list is the one like we have to use for the
How will you
synchronize.
how will you make it synchronize using collections?
So if you have there is a like collection dot synchronized list thing, right? So we can have so if for suppose like if you have an object, like object means like a list of objects. In that list, it's a list A. So we can call like collection dot synchronized list, and we can pass that list into that there. So it will do the synchronized way. Yeah, it means it will be like thread safe at that point of time. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. How would you design and implement a RESTful API?
RESTful API. So you want high in the high level. High level means like kind of like creating from the Spring Boot level, or like just like at the rate REST controller and having the
I
like
am
I can
okay
give
as
like
long as you can explain using annotations and CRUD operations.
annotations. Okay, so if you like in the Spring Boot, like we normally use like at the rate REST controller and as a class level, and then we can have like at the rate get mapping for the get methods and post for post mapping, and we can do like if you want to have a security level things there. We can have like at the rate pre-authorize, and if you want if you want to pass some variables to the particular method, like you can have at the rate path variable or at the rate request body. And like if you want to have like some more features to be like business logic to be done, like you can have like extra methods created at the rate service, and you can have this all like business logics over there. Yeah. So normally, like you can do like multiple things based on the functionality. Like it's with like a DTO class or like a string method, like whatever
Mhm,
the things
mhm.
it should be written. So we
How
can
will
do
you
that.
how will you secure your API
So
in this situation?
for the security wise, like I will have there are like a lot of methods. So I can do like a authentication within authentication methods, like kind of doing an LDAP authentication things by using the security manager. And also there is JWT tokens also. JWT token means like when we get a request from the front end or from some API, so if that has a JWT token, so that based on the token, like we can know what is the real user and what is the method signature and everything. So based on that the request, we can find the roles or the resources, like whatever the things you need um, for that particular user. So based on that, like we can do at the rate pre-authorize and lot of things there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Very nice. How do you optimize a complex query?
Complex query. So complex query, like we can have like lot of things over there. Lot of things mean like we can have indexes. Indexes is like it's based on the table. So if we have a for I can take a mortgage table there. Like we can have a indexes for that, and we can have and if you have like a lot of like joins over there, we need to reduce the joins, and also like we can have the partitioning things also like partition things mean like if you it's a very huge table, so then we can um, split the data into like two tables or like um, and also like one more thing is like normally a lot of people do is like if you have like select star, so that will take like a lot of time, like because like it will return like all other columns, right? So at that point of time, like just take like whatever you need means like whatever the columns you need, just write a query for that and get that data. And also one more thing is like we can use the temporary tables. Temporary tables is like our temporary database also.
Mm-hmm.
Based on that, like we can do optimizations. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nicely explained. Um, Akhilesh, what is going on in terms of looking out for new opportunities since you are on grace period, right? Or still working?
Yeah, not working, but I'm in the kind of way like searching for the project. So,
Mm-hmm. So how
um,
many days are left
so
on your grace period?
grace period, like I'm not, I'm about to be about to started in the grace period. So I just told you, right? My employer, it's Apex on, right? So
Mm-hmm.
those people like not able to find anything in like Charlotte area. So that is the main drawback with those people. So I'm just trying to find in nearby.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like Jan, that is my last day there. So yeah, I'm in the like kind of what we say the bench period right now. So if
And how
they
long
are
is
not
that
able to
going
find
to be your
anything,
bench period?
so I hope this week will be like last. I think,
This week.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then your grace period will start. Okay. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
I think we are good, Akhilesh. Let me try to set up your interview as quickly as possible. And we are working, and in fact, I am working to set your interview up with multiple managers. Okay, so wherever we will close the position, we will stop from there, but at one manager at a time. Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, sure.
we are good. Let me go ahead and try to set up your interview, and we'll get back to you. Sounds good.
Yeah, yeah, sounds
Thank you.
good, man. Yeah.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
understanding.
No
Yeah.
problem. Bye.